Some of you guys were wondering in my other videos how I strap up my snowboard to the top of my cabinet, and so here it is, pretty simple. So I'm taking out this 150 watt inverter that I had in here before. It just suddenly stopped working, and I'm putting in this 300 watt inverter now, which is double the size obviously, and I'm installing this right before I leave. It's going to come in handy for later. This is my setup all packed up and ready to go. I've got two boards in here right now. I got one strapped up on top and then one laying down in the aisle way below. I got two sleeping bags. I'll kind of run over all this stuff that I've got with me later before I take off, but back there I got my guitar. And yeah, I'll just cover all the rest of this stuff when I bring it up later in the video. So it's just a few hour drive up to the mountain from where I live. I wanted to give this a shot, sleeping in my truck set up in the snow, just to see if it's doable. I have friends that live up in the mountains that I usually stay at, and I think that's something I'll continue to do regardless of how this ends up going. But you know, if it does work out, it might work well for quick weekend ski trips and just having the flexibility and convenience of having everything that I need, including a shelter in one mobile area. But I don't know, I'm probably gonna freeze my ass off and never gonna want to do this again, so we'll see. So I'm heading to my buddy's cabin, gonna park in his driveway for the night. Looks like it's been snowing up here for the entire morning, so there's a good layer of snow. Forecast says that it's supposed to snow 6 inches or so tonight, so that should be good for riding on the mountain tomorrow morning. Roads are really icy right now, probably past like 6 or 7 accidents on the way here, so just gonna get to my buddy's cabin, set up shop, and hunker down for the night. Looks like this is where we're gonna be for the night. Forgot my snow boots, so I gotta be wearing my snowboarding boots right now. If you've ever tried to drive a stick with snowboard boots, it's not that easy. So I want to show you guys some stuff I brought with me for this cold weather truck camping extravaganza. Now, I don't know how confident I am in this actually working out, but I brought along a little desk heater that I'm gonna try running off my inverter. I don't really know how much this is actually going to help if I do get to work, but I also can't run it that long since I don't want to drain the battery on my truck. The box says that it should only pull about 200 watts. Somewhere on the box it says that. There it is. And since my new inverter is rated for 300 watts, I'm thinking it should work fine, but I don't really know. Okay, so I got my inverter hooked up. I got my little heater plugged into the inverter. Give this a shot. Okay, so it's on. We got some heat and we got beeping. Okay, this is interesting. Seems to be shutting on and off. Seems that we have a problem here. Alright, so took it straight to the source, hooked up my inverter and the heater straight to the battery. If this doesn't work, then maybe we're out of luck. Flip that on, turn the heater on. Oh, okay. Looks like we're in business. I don't know. I think what might be the problem is that the wires that I have going to the back of my truck from the battery aren't thick enough gauge to carry the currency needed for the heater. That's the only guess I have. It doesn't really help me any at all that it works out here. So I have to come up with a alternative solution. Okay, so here is my alternative solution. I got this jumper pack. It's called a Beat It pack. It's for jump starting your truck, and it's basically just a big battery. I'm gonna try to plug my inverter into this, and then we'll see if it'll run my heater. I doubt it'll work, but it's worth a shot. Okay, so flip on the heater here, and it's going, and it's off. Alright, so this just got even a little bit more ridiculous. I got two jumper packs now hooked up to my inverter, and we're gonna see if this runs, if it'll run the heater now. Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous, but you know, it's 20 something degrees outside and I'm in the back of my truck in the middle of the snow, so got nothing better to try. And we're running and we're off. Yeah. Well, looks like it's gonna be a cold one tonight. Alright, so just to see how cold it's going to be tonight, I've got these little temperature gauges. Just going to throw some batteries in them right now. And then it's got an external one and an indoor one. So I'll keep the indoor one in here, obviously, and I'll stick the external one under my truck. Alright, so you can see right now, I just put the batteries in, but it says 27 degrees in here. So I'll go ahead and stick the external one under my truck, and then I'll just leave it there overnight. Alright, I've got the external sensor right here, and I'm just going to stick it on top of this box and stick that under my truck so that it stays out of the snow and that the snowfall doesn't come down on it. It'll get blocked by the truck. Alright, so I mentioned this earlier in the video, but I'm using 2 sleeping bags. The red one's a 30-degree sleeping bag, and then I got my puffy jacket on. I don't know how this is going to work, but hope it'll keep me warm. I think it's around 9 right now. The time on this temperature gauge is off, but you can see it's 23 degrees outside. It says 35 degrees inside. Already got some dew building up on the inside of my windows. I'll probably turn to ice in the morning. It's like 10:30 right now, I think, but see it says 9 degrees outside, 23.5 degrees in here, so we're holding a little bit of heat. You can see the time. It's probably around 4 in the morning, and the snow sweepers kind of woke me up. Okay, so just woke up. It's probably like 6:30 in the morning right now. You can see I got ice built up on the light right above me, and then on my window I got all that ice built up where it was dewy. So it looks like the coldest it got outside was 5 degrees. The LL.L, I think that means like battery's low or something like that, so I don't know what the coldest it got in here is, but I imagine it's a little bit warmer than outside, because you can see right now it's about 20 degrees in here, and it's only about 10 degrees outside. Check out this ice that built up on my back window here on my camper shell. Okay, well, first things first, I want to get my truck going so I can get the heater going. And I wanted to do that. Oh, there we go. I think the cold weather really killed my battery fast, or faster than it normally would, so I had a tough time rotating there. But I got started, didn't have to use a jumper pack, so it's a good start to the morning. Spent the day snowboarding, but I'm back home now, and I got a dirty Tacoma on my hands. I think it looks good that way, but I'm gonna give it a wash here to get that salt off. Anyways, as far as last night went, I thought it was pretty successful. Never really felt cold at any point, but it's not something I'd recommend or would look forward to doing again. Few problems. One is the snow sweepers in the morning, and of course, depending on where you park, you can avoid this. Second, waking up and having to take a piss was a definite mental battle. So that sucked. In fact, overall it pretty much sucked, but it's doable. And in a pinch, I could see myself doing it again, though I wouldn't look forward to it. And there's other strategies you can use for truck camping or van camping in the cold weather. Obviously, my electric heater plan failed pretty hard, but a lot of people use these little propane heaters with a carbon monoxide detector. But I'm not really into using that. It seems a little risky to me. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys in this video, so thanks for watching.